Sorry for this technology glitch that happened, absolutely unanticipated and unintended. So what I thought of possibly covering in this session is giving effective performance feedback. Why? So all of us are working in organizations, all of us, how many of us have teams reporting to us? And we are also reporting into bosses?
Yes.
Right? So in an organization, there is always a feedback that comes to us related to performance, right? How many of you feel that in your organization, the performance feedback that you get is very, very effective? How many of you feel that way?
That is.
It is? And how many of you, and the remaining feel it is not effective? So clearly, only two people in the room feel it is effective, and hence a need for a session like this. So as professionals, all of us need to understand professionals working in corporate world where people are reporting into us, we are reporting into bosses. We need to understand the process of performance feedback, which is not only giving feedback but also receiving feedback. So according to you, what is a performance feedback?
It is basically, there is a goal sheet which is given to a person. There is an agreement on the KRAs.
Yes.
So it is kind of annual appraisal which happens by end of the day, wherein which the reporting manager evaluate, like my boss will evaluate me on
Right.
a certain set of KRAs.
Right.
There will be respective weightages to individual KRAs, so probably 4-5 KRAs, so accordingly.
So you're saying
performance
that
measure.
there is an expectation set, and now evaluating your performance against that expectation is performance feedback. Any other dimension to a performance feedback? Okay. So before that, I think we'll cover something about why a feedback is important, and irrespective of a performance feedback in life in general, why a feedback is important. Have you heard about the concept of Johari window? So Johari window is essentially a psychological tool. So what Johari window says that as an individual, there is a side to us which is known to us. Okay. And then there is a dimension of our personality which is known to others. Okay? So now, they're based now, what is known to me as well as known to others is something we call as a public space. Okay? Public means everybody is aware of it. Then there is something which is known to me but not known to others, which is a private space. Okay? Then there is something which is known to me, not known to me, but known to others, which is a blind spot. And then a completely unknown zone. Nobody knows about it. Okay. Now, everybody knows about it. This is all public, fully aware of it, partially aware of it. So others don't know, but there are certain dimensions which I know about myself. Blind spot is others' impressions about me which I would not know, and this is a zone where possibly we'll not even talk about. So the role of a feedback is making a person aware of these zones. This is out in the public, of course, and we talk about it, we are very, very open about it. But when we give a person a feedback, we are helping him explore the areas that are known to him but not known to others. So helping him come out with those personality traits, those hidden features of his which possibly others need to know, as well as making him aware of what others know about him but he is not aware. And this is most important in an organization's context, because what happens is intuitively there are certain behaviors we display, thinking that these are right in my, from my point of view, but others construe it very, very differently. And most of you would have faced that situation sometime in your life, in your career, that there were certain actions which you took, but the results were very, very different. Reactions were different. Did it happen or did it not happen? It happened. Only because we took those actions thinking that certain, with certain intentions, but others construed it in a different way. And that's where our performance mismatches, miscommunication happens. So again, it's not the intent of the action, but the way the intent, my action is construed by others. And that's where I need to receive a feedback to know how my action is getting a reaction to. So the idea of performance feedback is hence helping the person understand, get into a zone of behavior where he is comfortable with people around him, where people also construe him the same way, that he is aware about himself. So that's largely what the role of a feedback is. So the idea is the feedback will help you move from here to here as well as from here to here. So the whole process of feedback is exploration about your own personality traits, exploration about what others feel about you, and getting you into a public zone where everything is known to you as well as known to others. Any questions on this? So this is also a test which is available online where you can take the test and come to know what are your personality traits. And this is something that others also give a feedback to you. So you will come to know what is it that others feel about you, whereas what is it that you feel about yourself. Now what are the types of feedbacks? There can be a positive feedback, there can be a negative feedback. There is something called a constructive and a destructive feedback. So a positive, what is a positive feedback but destructive feedback? Have you thought about it? Can a positive feedback be destructive? Yes. When?
When your colleagues always tell you the things which please you,
Right.
and that blind
It's not
spot
an
never
honest-
comes to you.
Precisely.
Not an honest,
Not an honest feedback, right. Similarly, a negative feedback which can be destructive.
just out of spite it has been.
Yes. Or yesterday when we were discussing about that one person who has impacted you so severely that it's got a very, very denting effect on your mind.
When your boss always says,
Yeah.
the whole class is clapping but the boss never smiles.
Yeah.
You feel like punching that person and you say,
Right.
at least have the courtesies of saying thank you, you
Right.
did a good job.
Therefore, the key to providing feedback is provide constructive feedback, whether it is positive, whether it is negative. And both feedbacks have to be provided. So when we come to the basics of what goes into a feedback, it has to be a positive feedback as well as negative. When we say negative, it means areas of improvement. But then both of them have to be constructive. What we mean by constructive feedback is, or how a constructive feedback is given, it is very, very specific. Specific means you know what incident it has come from and you are able to quote an incident and explain to the person. It is balanced. Balanced, what we mean by balanced is that there is not too much of biasness in it. So very, very objective about the feedback. It should be clear. So you are not, beating around the bush. You have very clear example, what happened, what went right, what went wrong. It should be timely. Timely is very important. We don't have to wait for the entire year to get completed and then give him a feedback. A good feedback should be given right after, as close as possible after the incident. Okay.